that feel to be standing on stage with Eric Clapton? I mean,
It was insane. I mean, I go, look what I pulled off, you know?
how did that happen? I mean, did y'all contact him? Did he contact you? Was it
I,
an easy deal, or I
I,
mean,
I met him at a private event, and I was shocked to find out that he knew who I was. Because I don't assume everybody, I don't assume anybody knows who I am. And I'm usually right. And I was just shocked that he knew what and he had asked me at this private party about the baffle, the shields I use in front of the amps. And I was like, oh my God, not only does he know who I am, he's actually watched me, which is it's a really strange thing. And and we had a nice conversation, and a mutual friend of ours, and he's like, you should invite Eric Clapton to the Royal Albert Hall. I'm like, yeah. While we're doing that, I'm gonna put Clooney in the front row, you know, De Niro will be over here, BB King will be, he'll be in a box up there. I'm Joe Bonamassa. Who? Nobody's coming. He goes, write him a letter. I'll get him the letter. I hand wrote him a letter. And I said, Mr. Clapton, um, the reason why I've wanted to play the Royal Albert Hall is because of your legacy in this place, you know. And if he had played all those legendary gigs at, the Fox and Hound pub in London, I would have wanted to play the Fox and Hound.
right?
Had nothing to do with the beauty and grandness of this hall. It's just because of and those classic things he would do in the '80s with 24 Nights and Cream, and then you get the Zeppelin, obviously, and the Beatles. I mean, everybody's played that. But it was in particular Eric Clapton that made an impact in my life. So I wrote him a letter and just articulated that. Killed a few trees because I crumpled it up, but I hand wrote the letter. And I left my email. And then one day, it was on a random Sunday, I get one email, which I thought was spam. And it just said Albert. I was like, what's that? And I clicked on it. And I'm like, oh crap, I know who this is. And he said, yeah, as long as the vehicle is simple and, like don't call giant steps, basically. And so I started thinking, well, he's asked me to choose a song. And I thought of Further On Up the Road because it was the first electric blues song that I ever learned. And it was his version. And I said, well, that would be just surreal. And he goes, do you want to do the Bobby Bland version or my version? I go, no, your version, sir. So it's like, and that was it. And he showed up, and this is the one thing about the gear that I'll always tell people. He showed up. He had a brand new custom shop Strat. It was an Eric Clapton model,
Right.
Blue, Daphne blue. And he had a brand new 57 reissue tweed twin. Still had the little card on top with the sample settings and a monster cable into the amp, into the guitar. Sounded like Eric Clapton. Sounded like the Blues Breakers. I said, that's talent. And then he sings. And it's like every note's in tune. And he plays. And every phrase is in the right place. You go, that's a gift. And, and I could never repay the debt of gratitude that I owe him because it really, especially in this country, put a stamp of approval on me. And I then became known, especially in the United States, as British. People didn't realize until they actually met me or talked to me or heard me speak that I was from upstate New York. And it really, my whole life changed after that moment. And it was really something very cool that it could never recreate because you could see the look on my face. You could see the look of how much it meant to me, and he knew it. He absolutely knew.